Hey, fellow creative souls. Today I am sharing with you a project. So I did put together a trace page that you're welcome to download. That's linked in the description. And basically this first part here is just sketching out with any pencil you've got. I'm taking the kneaded eraser and making those lines a little bit lighter. And then we're starting in with these Neocolor II water-soluble crayons. I have an oops here because I started with this yellow crayon and I actually wasn't paying attention to my lines and I went over them. So that's what happens with art. You just figure it out, you adjust, and you go with it. Once we're done with the yellow, we're moving into the orange, and you'll see that I'm working on doing a color gradation here, and you'll see how that works out once we add the water. The water is what really makes this effect pop. Right now, we're just filling in that twirly, swirly pattern that we made. Now, the one I made, like I said, I have that tracing for you. You can do it exactly how I did, but if you would like to make it your own, just freehand it. Make it whatever outline shape you want, or start with mine and adjust it as you want. Make this yours. You can also, of course, use different color combinations. I'm starting with yellow and really ending with a deep kind of aquamarine blue, but you're welcome to make it any other color palette you like. So just really be creative here. So I've moved through this scarlet red and purple and lilac and blue, and we're finishing with this cobalt that has a tinge of green in it. And now what we're doing is we're going back and darkening up. So I've placed the color kind of where I want it. And now I'm going back over with all of the colors and really making sure that I've got my lines where I want them to be, making sure that I've got the color saturated enough where I want it to be so that those colors will be nice and bright. And you can see I'm really working on making sure those outlines are especially defined. And that will just really help, again, once we go in with the brush, to know exactly where we want that water to go so that we know exactly where we want that color to go. And while we're here, if you haven't already, do make sure to hit that like button, turn it blue, so that this video can find more folks looking for ideas to rediscover that creativity. And now we are coming in with that brush. Now I am using this Neptune brush size 6 round, and I do not claim to be a watercolor expert, so do not judge my technique here. I am more a play with it sort of gal. I'm hoping to become better with my skills the more I practice, but for now, don't pay attention. Don't try and mimic what I'm doing here. I have no idea if what I'm doing is right. All that I'm doing is adding water in to really activate the colors here and get that kind of rainbow effect on these cool shapes. And you can really see they're really popping off the page now. And it's really fun to see this effect come together. One thing you'll see me doing is, sometimes things aren't super precise and I go over the line, and that's the beauty of creativity in art is, you can change the line if you need to. You can adjust, and so you'll see sometimes, oops, I got it over the line, and okay, well, that means the outline shifts a little bit, and that's okay. It's really all about having fun, relaxing, rediscovering that joy, right? And yeah, I forgot I was wearing a hat, so sorry for the hat bumping in on some of these spots. Fortunately, it doesn't block things too badly. Next time I'll remember not to wear a hat. So just off the frame, I do have 2 cups of water, and I try to use the double water technique. And this is basically where you rinse off the color in one and then kind of double rinse it in the other. And that just makes sure that you're getting really clean colors when you lay that brush back down with clean water. And hey, if you're enjoying this and you don't want to miss another one, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification button. It'll make sure you get that next project that comes along. And now we're getting into the end of the painting. We're letting it dry. This only took about 20 minutes, really. It dries pretty quickly. And now we're going in. I just use a regular old Sharpie. It was a fuchsia color. I sketched out in pencil earlier on, and then I just kind of went over that with this Sharpie. And now I do not claim to be a calligrapher in any measure, but kind of trying to freehand a little bit, give it a little more finesse. And of course, you can put any message in there. I put shine. You can write anything you want. Write happy birthday, write we love you, grandma, whatever message makes sense for you. This is one of my favorite parts, the border. It just makes such a difference when you get that outline in there, makes things really pop. And again, I'm just using that same Sharpie I used for that shine. And there you have it. We've got our finished product. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had a moment of creative joy. Thank you so much for being part of the Wandering Creative family.